The Georgia Office of Victim Services delivers post-conviction victim services in Georgia. This office serves registered crime victims regarding offenders in prison or under community supervision. We are the service delivery source of post-conviction notifications for registered crime victims. As a result, we ensure victims are notified of the offender's parole status and that the registered crime victim's voice is heard throughout the parole process.
The Georgia Office of Victim Services represents 3 state agencies, which are the State Board of Pardons and Paroles, the Georgia Department of Corrections, and the Georgia Department of Community Supervision. The office has caring employees ready to assist crime victims.
I decided to work for Victim Services because I wanted to be able to help, essentially. I wanted to be able to be that person that makes them feel like, wow, I have help. Like I do have a voice in this situation instead of just feeling like they're alone because they're already a victim.
We assist in making the victims feel safe and understanding what it means to go through this process. I understand that it can be traumatizing for a victim to go through different criminal justice processes. So it just brings me joy to know that I can help them.
It's a privilege to bring the 31st statewide Victims Visitors Day.
The Georgia Office of Victim Services provides services to victims through many programs. Listen as Janelle Edwards describes Victims Visitors Days, a partnership with the District Attorney's Victim Witness Assistance programs across the state.
These days are very unique because victims are able to meet with the board members face-to-face and other representatives from the 3 state agencies that we represent. Victims are able to voice the impact of their crime. They're able to receive current status information on the case, and they are able to register with our office to receive future notifications.
Since 2006, the Parole Board has met with more than 4,000 crime victims. The board remains prepared to meet with any crime victim who wishes to speak to a Parole Board member. The board is also interested in finding crime victims who have never registered and therefore can't be notified of pending parole decisions. Keir Chapple discusses the Lifer Attempt to Locate program.
So probably the most recent project that we've worked on that I'm really proud of is our Lifer Attempt to Locate program. We started in 2020 just going through all of the Lifer cases that didn't have a registered victim, and we've been trying to find those victims. Some of the cases are 40, 50 years old, and we've literally found victims in those cases who wanted to give input to the parole board before they made a final decision. So these are people who the board would have never had a chance to hear from if we weren't doing this project.
Another important program allows a victim of a serious crime the opportunity to meet one-on-one with the offender.
Victim-offender dialogue is a program that allows crime victims the opportunity to sit face-to-face with the offender that either committed the crime against them or someone in their family. It's a victim-centered, victim-initiated process, but it's also offender-sensitive in that we want to make sure that the offender is engaged and able to give the victim what it is they're seeking to get out of that particular meeting.
Victim Support Partners places crime victims as volunteers assisting other crime victims.
I became a volunteer with the Georgia Office of Victim Services, and my main reason for doing so was to help other crime victims. At first, mainly I just went to parole board, victim visitor days, and met with victims as they came in when they were preparing to meet with the parole board to try to put their mind at ease. Sometimes it's easier to work through grief when you're helping someone else work through their grief.
In addition to these services, the Georgia Office of Victim Services operates a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week telephone notification service to ensure registered crime victims are informed regarding the offender's parole status. The Georgia Office of Victim Services remains ready to assist the crime victim. Contact the Georgia Office of Victim Services to learn more about our services for crime victims.
We are
the
Georgia Office of Victim Services.